colored lights I was telling you, we have what are called gels. So if you come over here and look up, we have a couple different gels. The most noticeable are on the scoops because we need huge gels, so they're easy to see from a distance. But we keep them in these little gel holders. And so we have a whole bunch of material up in the light booth that we'll show you in a second. But basically, whenever you need a gel, you cut it out to this shape and stick it in here. And then they just kind of daintily, that one's not gonna fit. They just kind of daintily slide down into them and set there, and then it'll show with color. You'll notice that there is no thing on the top here. So you're making sure that if the light's facing down, it's not like gonna just slide out, because that's gonna be a problem. Especially if the lights vibrate a little bit, it'll just kind of ease its way out and fall on some small child. Somehow that always manages to happen. Anyway, so this one doesn't have a little sort of safety feature on the top. This one does. So when I have my light, I just slide it down into the groove, and then for these ones you have to pull it to the side and down, and then it pulls back, and now it won't move. Even if I sit here and say move, it won't. So it'll keep that nestled in there, and it will be groovy. Did you do everything you wanted to do with the lights here?
It looks like a great big chain of eights.
Yeah, it does. That looks kind of cool, actually. Forget gobos, we'll just use PVC in all of our plays. All right, so who hasn't had a chance to work with the lights that wanted to work with the lights? Are you up?
Yeah.
All right, are you the last one?
Yeah.
I think so, because all of you have worked with the lights, and you just did. And do you want to work with the lights? Okay. So we'll step on up. What shall we do next? So just take a minute, familiarize yourself with all of the shutters, all of the rotating barrels and stuff. And then once you're done with that, we'll show you these other lights and what they do. Those ones are really the ones that you need to be familiar with, so much as like working with them, because these ones are all pretty simple. It's just you need to understand all of the features of that one because they are fancy lights and we want you to use them to their fullest potential. Did you shut it completely? All of the light disappeared. Huh. Oh, there we go. Our chain link's back. Is there anything else we've missed about lights so far? I don't think so. I feel like that was pretty... What's up?
If you manipulate something like that, like the angle of that PVC, will it alter the shadow?
Oh yeah. So if I come over here and get into a field of light and just like move it, I can make this do all kinds of interesting little things just based on shadows. I can even make it dance a little bit. But sometimes shadows are a problem, and you need to be aware of where the shadows are, like who can see the shadows. That's the interesting thing, is sometimes what you see from up there, oh thank you, are you done?
Yeah.
You don't have to turn off that channel. I think it's 7 degrees. Anyway, you need to be aware of how the shadows look from the people down there, the people down there, the people up there, because the angles are going to be different. And sometimes when you have big old set pieces out here, they throw some funny shadows that, if you're not careful, can be kind of really distracting. Shadows get really important when we're dealing with these lights out here, because all of these lights come down. So all of the light from right here, it can only cast a shadow to back here. So past this point, there's no shadows. These lights, it can throw shadows back here, but this is about as far as it gets. So you do have to worry about it here. These ones, you just take what you can get because the angle is ridiculous. But up here, if I'm standing right here, that light can be pointing at me and throwing this huge shadow on the back. So it's like, let's just have a little light, and it's like shadows everywhere. And it can be a problem. There are times when you want the shadows, and in those cases you do want these front lights because they throw the coolest shadows everywhere. The lighting people at So yeah, could you run back up there again? We're going to demonstrate the Fresnel and this, the par light. So this other light, just by way of quick demonstration, let me put this away. This other light here is very similar. Oh, sorry, turn it off.
I thought you meant to keep it on.
Nope. Are we off?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, turn it on. So this other light here, very similar, but this has fewer controls on it. Oh, actually it does have a little focus. All right, I lied to you, everyone. This one does have a focusing.
You just forgot.
I did.
There you go. That's good.
So you can control the light a little bit. So if I want a very narrow field, I can do that. If I want a perfect circle, I can do that. But anyway, so, but otherwise very similar. This one doesn't have all the bells and whistles of a rotating barrel and gobos and things like that. But they still are very nice lighting. And we use these for most of the catwalk up there. Most of the catwalk are these ones. All right.
Why?
You moved again.
Any idea why?
Because we don't have enough of these.
Any idea why?
Because we're underfunded.
Yeah, those
Okay.
are like $1,600 a piece. The other ones are like a quarter of that.
Oh yeah, these are much
That's why.
cheaper. And a lot simpler, less to break on them. So, yeah. These ones are nicer, but
Good to know the price, you guys, so you take better care of it, yeah?
oh yeah. You mess around less when you know that what you're working with costs as much as the house that you live in. Which